Hey everyone and welcome. We've all seen the state of politics in this nation at the minute. We've all seen it's turned into a blame game and it wasn't us, it was them. Exercise of complete unaccountability and a lack of the ability to discuss like adults. Now this was on Question Time and it was Lisa Nandy from Wigan, Labour, being taught a few lessons that I can guarantee she won't have liked.
The core is rotten, and I can behold the tide.
Now this was in regards to Lee Anderson, who Nandy goes on to, apparently, lie about, but we'll get into that after the short video. Have a listen to what was said, and let me know at the end if you find anything that he says incorrect.
Although I don't hold the same views as this guy, respectfully, Lisa, we pay you to have debates, and we don't pay you to be offended.
Yep.
So I think
I'm not
you leave.
offended, I just don't...
You,
So
you
hang
said
on,
you were
you're from the
offended. You said it. You turned around and you said, I'm offended by what he said. We don't pay you to be offended. We pay you to have arguments. Like, we pay you to have arguments with other politicians and come to a resolution.
In fact, I've had many...
Lisa, let him finish and then you can answer. Yes, sorry, go on.
Like, you're likely going to be the next party in power, and I'm really interested to hear from you and hear your views and what your views are as a party, because I'll be realistic, like the other chap, I've previously voted Conservative and I think they've lost it. I'm interested in hearing your point of view. I'm not interested in you being offended. If you want to make progress with these people and their views, you've got to talk it out with them. You can't get rid of them. You can't silence, like, people talk about silent majority, you can't silence people like that. Anyway,
sorry, I didn't for one moment suggest that we wouldn't have the debate. In fact, I was very explicit that Lee Anderson is elected by the people of Ashfield, who presumably knew the views that he held when they...
And yet she wants him silenced.
...elected him. He's perfectly entitled to come to Parliament to express those views, and I have had many a robust debate with Lee Anderson.
And there's the lie, everyone. Apparently, according to Lee Anderson, he's never even spoken to the woman, inside Parliament or out, let alone debate. Now, before we get into the video, though, everyone, this is a question that was raised because Lee Anderson said that the death penalty, i.e. capital punishment, should be brought back in for extreme cases. Now, I'll give you my opinion on that at the end.
In Parliament, in public and in private about those issues, and I will continue to do so because I think that that is important for a healthy democracy. But what I think is unacceptable is to have a Prime Minister who says that these views are abhorrent and then promotes this man to be the face of the Conservative Party and then refuses to accept any responsibility for it.
Now, you heard the end there. She said, quite blatantly, I've had plenty of discussions with him and he should be able to have those discussions and be able to speak about his opinions in Parliament. And then immediately said, but the Prime Minister who doesn't agree with him didn't silence him, as I would have done myself. How arrogant and hypocritical can you get? Now, in regards to the capital punishment, I think capital punishment would be a good idea if you could trust the ones that were making the decision on who gets capital punishment and who doesn't. At the moment, I don't trust any of these swamp fraggles to have any sort of authority, let alone the ability for the state to kill. So I'm against this, unfortunately. But one thing I will say, when we officially abolished capital punishment in this country, when it was officially abolished, i.e. stopped for good everywhere, murders went up 135% the next year. I'll just leave that there for you to decide yourself on whether capital punishment is a deterrent or not. But it's absolutely ridiculous. Labour and the Tories, to be honest, would quite happily silence their opposition rather than debate them and defeat them with a series of good ideas, because none of their ideas are good and don't stand up to debate. This is why they won't debate each other. This is why they polarise the entire political argument, and this is why the country's falling apart. It's as undemocratic as you can get, and she's calling for it. Let me know what you think, though, everyone. I'd like to know your opinion. Stay sane. I'll see you on the next one.